we're going to have to cut that.
Cut it.
I was going to use it, but now we got to cut it.
We were watching
Steven Tyler looks like...
Welcome back to Red Band Horror Reviews. We got a new angle. We've grown again, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
But if you notice, we haven't changed our clothes since the last time we were on here. We don't change our clothes.
I have 43 of the same outfit.
Yeah, I was joking. I changed.
I'm not.
I like your white shirts.
What are we watching?
Well,
what did we watch?
We watched another movie out of the American Guinea Pig series, which was Bloodshock.
You want to just dive right in?
Yeah, go for it. You know your
Alright.
part.
Yeah.
So for special effects, I rated it 3.5 out of 5. Until the very last scene where it got super, super bloody, and then it was 5 stars.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't criticize her on her 5-star review.
Why? That
That's
was
what
when
you
you
did.
actually
You
get
just-
so...
I was like 5 out of 5 stars, and both of you guys just shit on me for it.
No, I think it was 3 out of 5. The only reason why is because the cinematography helped the special effects.
When you think that the acting is good and Guinea Pig bouquet, I don't shit on you, okay? 5 out of 5 and 5 and 3.5. So yeah, it's like a 4.25 average. We're gonna have to throw that in there. Thanks. Now I have to do fucking algebra. It's your fault.
What did you rate it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me? I thought it was great. The blood at the end was good. The same thing with you. It got super bloody, and the blood was good. It was good blood. Blood can
It
make it or
wasn't
break it.
They're like putting their hands.
Yeah, all the slime
incisions,
in and out.
and just like
Pulling
it
the-
getting slimy.
They
and,
spent
like,
all that
eating.
damn time putting those incisions in that movie. I'm surprised they were just wasting it away at the
All
end.
that hard work that nice doctor did. He's a righteous man. He's a good man.
They really let you know that he knew how to stitch.
He knows how to stitch. But that was good. To the stitching effect, that was all right. I would say that I kind of, could have got a little better with the skin there.
I thought it was cool to do like a brief emphasis on that, but I think that they overused it.
The stitching?
The
Oh my
stitching.
god.
I think that was their go-to filler in the movie. Like, all right, guys, we got an hour for this movie. We still need to fill up another 30 minutes. What are we going to do?
Stitch.
We're going to
stitching?
zoom in on some stitching.
Play the stitching backwards. But the some of the blood effects, like where they would cut the skin and it would you'd see the incision and then it would bleed out and bubble out. That was good.
Yep.
It was better than what you see with like the blood-filled scalpel where it leaves a trail of the fake
Right.
blood. I like that. It was still, I think they could have done a little more with like the fatty tissue. My problem was the skin looked like it was one texture in there.
I think that's like a huge thing that you generally miss in a lot of these movies is you don't have that layer of fat.
Mhm.
You got a clear, it's like going straight from skin to meat, and you miss that layer of fat in between.
And you would think practically that would be an easier effect to do as far as the blood, because you could use that like white spongy whatever material and flood it like it naturally does. Because everybody, when you're a little kid and you cut yourself for the first time, you see that white,
Yeah.
and then it turns you oh
I
shit.
don't know, maybe, did they? I can't recall. There wasn't like a gelatinous texture
Not
in there.
until the very end with that really bloody
There, I feel like this movie did. There was a section in that movie where it had that like the weird viscosity in the blood. Like there was like that gelatinous texture somewhere in there.
Coagulation's one thing, but I'm talking about like when you cut yourself in that first second before it bleeds, you see white.
You see the white.
The fat one.
I mean, you're not going to coagulate
until the
instantaneously.
white meat shows. I'm going to cut your head back until the white meat shows. And then let it come out. But for me, special effects, where was it? What did I have? The limp limbs. That again, with this movie, this one was a cop-out because they didn't have the neurotoxins. They didn't have the inhibitors. So these guys, their limbs were completely limp. They was flaccid.
Well,
not churches.
They weren't completely flaccid. The guys were not completely flaccid. The women's were.
Yeah. She was. So was she completely?
She was mentally damaged at that point. Remember, she had already gone through all of the...
And there was that point where he took, like, that string, like, that saw string, and was, like, sawing through her sternum.
And she was
she was just sitting there doing nothing.
I don't know if you get that far.
No, I mean, okay, you take the believability aspect, and you question that, throw that out the window, but I think what they were trying to express...
I thought Ken Burns made this.
Who?
Ken Burns.
Who's Ken Burns?
Oh my God, this is the worst movie review. He's the most famous documentary maker in all of history. He even has the Ken Burns effect where you pan like this.
You're doing it.
See,
right now,
I'm doing it. I did it. I did it. And yeah, Ken Burns. I thought it was no. Anyway, it's not believable. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, but no, I think what they were trying to convey is she's been through this. She's been going through this for an extended period of time, and she's been desensitized to it. And I think that was the implication, and I think they hit that well.
They did. I guess with that, I suppose I'm still a little suspect if it would be that bad, but I think it was overall good. Too much stitching, but the final thing, the scalpel in the neck.
Oh yeah.
That was sweet. That was like, it wasn't... I hate in movies when it sounds like they're stabbing frozen meat with an ice pick. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was what... It was just silent. And the dude just like... So that was cool. So for me, 4 out of 5.
But the eye.
Oh!
Remember that? He had that scalpel in his eyes. He could have just pulled it out, but instead he wanted to, like, rotate it in there for a little bit, just churning it.
That was another really cool part for sure.
Oh.
That's when I didn't know if he was a righteous individual. I think he was savoring the moment. He serves a position.
Yeah.
Sort of. We find out at the end. But
he was dripping.
We'll get there. He was dripping. He was hard and dripping.
Yeah.
He was... Now that one.
He peaked.
You put convulsive ecstasy. Convulsive ecstasy.
I said 3 out of 5.
Whoa! Why?
Just kind of the same with Bouquet of Guts and Gore. It was just really more so disturbing. And then there's that isolation factor where you're just in a padded room and you're slightly going insane.
But they were pen pals.
What if there wasn't?
Where was that?
But still, though.
That
still would have freaked me out, for sure.
I give it 1. 1 out of 5 on the scare factor. Brutal. There was a brutality meter.
Yeah.
I would have gotten probably about 4.5 out of that. But I didn't think the movie was scary at all.
We should maybe have a brutality meter. Hey! We'll do that for the next one.
Same point up.
We're growing. We're growing.
There it is.
Leveled up. I gave it a 1 out of 5. I didn't think it was scary.
Yeah.
I ain't no nasty murderer, so this doesn't scare me at all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've grown.
I have grown. I have grown. No, it's it was gross. It was just cool. The special effects of the display. So 1 out of 5 on that. Not scary. Which, you know what? That's kind of an unfair category. That's going to take the rank of each one down.
Yeah.
When really scary shouldn't talk about the caliber of a film. But you know what? Fuck it. We're keeping it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Horror reviews.
this is who's doing this? We're doing this. You kiss our entire old man ass. Cinematography.
It's just
I gave it a 5.
I do have an old man ass.
cinematography.
5 out of 5. I love black and white films
All
so
right.
much.
Yep.
And I think it really helped with the special effects because there was a lot of things that were missing. And I think the black and white film, like the look of the film, just helped with the special effects so much more. That's it.
I gave it a 4 out of 5. Same thing. I thought that they utilized the black and white really well in that movie. And it helped a lot. I feel like it was almost kind of cheating in a sense because you are able to kind of dumb down the effort that you put into the actual special effects makeup with the gore by making it black and white. But then when they transitioned, they waited till the very last scene in the movie to transition into color, which made sense to do it at that point because that was like the bloodbath.
Yeah.
Which was fucking awesome. I loved the end scene of this movie and just I don't know, man. It's just the ripping of the stitches and the sliding in and out of body parts and it's a sex scene on top of it. It's just, yeah.
I'm dripping.
It's dripping.
I'm dripping.
That's fine. I'm dripping too. Are you dripping?
No, it just totally intensified the entire movie, that last scene, for sure.
The transition was perfectly timed. The entire movie, the energy ramped up insanely at that point, which it had been pretty intense. I mean, obviously, although I gotta say, by the end of this one, I was kind of bored with torture in a way.
You do get a little burnt out on,
Yeah.
And I think honestly it comes down to too much fucking stitching. Like there was too much filler that was meant to be gross and disturbing, but you got bored with it. You keep seeing the same suture lines over and over again, and it's like you're overdoing it.
And it was the incremental torture in this one. It was slow, like you said. It was more creative, but the other one was big. When you got something, it was like damn.
Yeah.
By the end of this, I was like whatever. But when it turned and got intense and the music started going crazy and the sex scene, it was just a lot of just raw energy that was going.
It's like the wait was definitely worth it.
And how else would, we're kind of moving into plot here, how else is going to end but like with that big climax in that way where they tear each other apart. So, but cinematography for me, 3.5 out of 5. And I also want to say, good sets, very minimal. I like when a place can take a location film, or whatever they call that.
Yeah, the whole movie took place in 4 rooms.
Her room, his room, the torture room, and then Doctor's.
The 2 rooms at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about that? Do we want to
That's
get
a
that
spoiler
big? That's a
review.
huge spoiler.
But no? Is that a fuck you as in like
No.
we're going
To
to talk
the
about
audience.
it or we're going to not
I
talk
think we
about
should
it?
let that be a surprise
I
because that's
think-
a huge detail.
Let's
to
just put it this
tie
way.
everything together.
If you have an opportunity to watch it, definitely watch it and do not shut the movie off when the end credits start rolling. Stay watching the movie because it ties everything together. Yeah, see? Yes.
That spoiler. Yeah, we should not do that one.
No.
We shouldn't do that one. We'll leave that one. Yeah. Yeah, so all of that, so they just got some really nice elevator music through all that. They got to watch us talk. They get to see us getting all excited about.
But if you think about it, like they'll see that, mention the spoiler, mention watch it to the end.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't block that out. I mean, you figure they're going to be like, well, wait a minute, what the fuck's at the end?
It's there. So watch the end. All right. So that was cinematography. We actually are acting on this one. Kind of went up a notch.
Went up?
Huh?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Oh,
it went up from the last one. Yeah. Yeah. All you're gonna taste is blood and
it's
iron
Sam's
from here
turn.
on out.
It's Sam.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Sam, you take this. Take this.
I said 3.5. What's his face? The assistant. He was too much. Way too much. His character was way over the top.
What did Sam call him? He had a good name for him. What was it?
Igor?
No, I call him Igor.
You called him Igor?
No, someone compared him to someone. Anyway. Yeah, he was too much.
He was bad.
There was one part that we talked about when we first watched it.
I said he reminded me of Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan! It's Billy Corgan! So Billy Corgan...
But there's the one part with the willy spikes on his back.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is that? That's really painful. Like, we get tattooed.
Right?
That's nothing.
Right, yeah.
And then you're gonna freak out over some spikes on your back.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
What is this?
Dude, come.
So that just seems a little bit too painful. Like, no, that can't be. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they stretched on that one.
Some of it was just a little way over the top.
Yeah.
Like
what was the score?
3.5.
3.5.
That was for which section?
Acting.
Yeah. I feel like they could have just kept it silent. Like, no words, no nothing. Because they, like, said a couple phrases here and there, and I think if they just left it all out, it would have been so much better. Like, you already had a good idea of what was going on.
But then acting would have been 1 out of 5 because there would have been none.
Not necessarily. Because then you needed the emotion. Because you can act with your body and still be able to show.
Yeah.
It's like what they did with Nosferatu. They didn't say anything. So that was a silent film as well, right?
Nosferatu?
Yeah. So there you go.
I don't know. I thought it was terrible.
The acting.
I thought the acting was absolutely terrible. I think Igor fucked it all up. Igor was just... Oh, man. It's hard to describe it without actually, like, showing you...
It was watching, like, a legit B film. Like a B-rated film.
Like a dude that can't act but thinks he's gonna make it. If he acts hard enough. And that is where... That
scared the piss out of
me. Yeah. Yeah. You know what senior citizens do? They feel a lot.
I'm working on my Billy Corgan.
Yeah,
That'll be one step away.
Billy Corgan probably rolls with a colostomy bag everywhere he goes.
Did you give an answer on acting? Did you give a rating? Did you do yours?
I did.
He said 1.
A 1? Okay.
1 out of 5.
I give it 2.2 out of 5. But here's the redeeming factor. The main dude that's getting tortured, without spoiling the plot, I picked up on his behavior. That I was like, his emotion isn't right through this. And when it was complete, I was like, so he did a good job. The other dudes,
I think that was just coincidental.
Or it was a 2 out of 5, not a 2.5. 2 out of 5. No, because I picked that up. I said it in the beginning. I was like, I knew what's in my head.
I am not crazy.
I am not. Listen.
Yeah, I didn't think they needed the script at all. They could have left it out.
No. I think he did do a good job, but with the notes, I think that was sufficient.
I still want to know, what was it when that guy came in? I'm just going to call him Igor. If you watch the movie, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Igor, Billy Corgan, whatever. When he walks in and he's like, "You're going to taste iron for the rest of your life," or whatever it was that he said. And then he hands him that plate of shit.
Oh, yeah, what
and
was
he
that?
has to, like, eat it. Now, I'm curious because
What
this
do
is
we
a
think
black
that
and white
is?
stage of the film, so you don't actually know what it is he's eating. It looks like blood pudding, but you don't know. So because of the color, it has that hue where it could be brown, it could be red, it could be black. Is it
But it was,
shit? Is it actual blood? Yes, it's
but it
shark
was
water.
straight liquid. It was very liquid.
Yeah, it was like watered down pudding.
It had a skin.
Ugh, yeah, pudding skins.
It had a
Those are the
skin.
worst.
Well, I'm just thinking he just got his tongue cut off. They give him this thing, and he's trying to eat it.
They're trying
That
to keep
would
him healthy
be-
though.
That would be the worst.
What are you gonna do? Cut your tongue off and rub it in diarrhea?
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
Okay, well, how was the plot?
the plot was a 5 when it got
Nice.
to the end, for sure, because it tied it all together. So, just reminding everyone, definitely watch this. Don't cut through. Don't turn it off when the credits show up.
Finish it.
There's no ties that are loose. Everything is tied together. And I just, that's all I have to say.
Yep.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah,
I gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 out of
Yeah,
5.
I thought the plot, in the beginning, it just seems like your usual torture porn type
Uh-huh.
video, and then, I mean, like in Bouquet of Guts and Gore, where they made implications that the videos were for somebody else, almost as though they're being purchased or something.
Mm-hmm.
In this, you're kind of waiting to see if something like that happens, but the blood use for the adrenaline and everything, like it kind of makes other implications that this is for something else, but then at the very end, there's something that ties everything together, and it
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
makes so
Yeah.
much sense.
Yeah, it ends up. The ending is actually really cool. That's why I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Like, had they missed that stuff that happens in the credits, if that little bit wasn't in there, I'd have given a 3 maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
but with that extra in there, it's totally.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Changed the whole thing.
It's amazing how 3 minutes at the end of a movie can completely change your perspective.
Oh, that's
my
insane.
God, I know.
4.5? Yeah, I think that's fair. I gave it a full 5 out of
Mhm.
5 because the same thing, that last 3 minutes, and it totally changed everything. And because it was such a twist, it makes you think about the whole movie over and over,
yeah.
and you're like, oh, okay.
Well, and it took us the second time around watching it to really
We
see
didn't
what
finish-
happened. We finished it, but then we were like, oh, this is whatever. It's new.
Credits.
This is showing,
Yep.
yeah.
Disregard
But
that.
then we completely disregarded the second time we watched it with you. It was like, holy shit. No
See,
fucking way.
You should always stay till the very, very end. I think Marvel does that quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Blew me away, changed everything, made me think about it. It was a total freaking, almost like an M. Night Shyamalan
Mhm.
one hit
mentioned that.
wonder.
A couple times while we were watching
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
Is this an M. Night Shyamalan?
What the crap? No. Yeah, it was. Yep. Awesome. You know what we didn't do on the last one?
What's up?
Packaging.
Uh,
The score on it. You did the packaging, but you didn't. You did the packaging on that one. You didn't go as in depth
So
on
let's
this
do
one,
that
but
one.
we didn't rate it.
There was we did not rate it.
Yeah.
There was a mention of the packaging, and we said that there was a point. You're going to see it up there, and there it is again. I believe. But no, we did mention it. And there was I actually kind of paged through a little bit of it.
Yeah, but we didn't give it a score.
We did not give
Yeah, so we'll skip.
packaging a score. Okay.
Not on that one. We'll skip it. It's done. It's over.
Yeah.
There's no sense in going backwards.
No.
So, what do you give the packaging on this one?
Open it. Well,
That's
you
it.
can probably take a guess.
That's some crap.
That's it. That's it. There's nothing special. Nothing special to the actual packaging itself.
And then the front of it, not the back, the front looks so cheesy.
The front,
It doesn't make sense.
it does if you've seen the covers of the previous Guinea Pig movies. This is an ode to
Yeah, it
the
is.
first Guinea Pig.
Yes, it is. Experiment in Terror.
Yep. So
And that's
It
what I
makes sense
still have
now.
yet to see. Then.
you've not
So,
seen it.
Okay.
We actually, one thing to mention is we do have all of the original Guinea Pig movies, and we will be reviewing those as well. Which we've been kind of digging into them recently, and we're looking forward to doing those. We've watched a couple of them. They're shorts, and they're a lot of fun.
So if you were to give the packaging 1 out of 5, what do you have? 2. What do you have?
I give it a 3.
I give it a 2. It could be utterly awful bootleg, but that's real bad. And just an honorary vote for the last one.
And
It's a
Bouquet of
5
Guts
out
and
of
Gore.
5, man.
The last
Bouquet of
one was
Guts and
fucking
Gore
awesome.
is fucking cool.
Yeah.
There's so much to look at, and then this one, it's like, meh,
Absolutely.
they really
I mean, my thoughts on the packaging for this is the images are high quality images. It's not like some shit that they printed off on a printer and slapped it, like a bootleg CD or DVD. It looks like they actually took time in creating the images for the cover of this. I don't know if you actually really looked at it or not.
Yeah, the ode to the original. Yeah.
But at the same time, there's nothing on the inside but a DVD or a Blu-ray. So there's outside of that outside packaging there was, at least in the copy that I got, there's literally no effort put into it outside that. So I said it's probably fair. Like maybe I give it a 2.5 as opposed to a 3. I'll notch that.
Drop
down.
it down?
Yeah, I'll drop it down a half a point.
I'll tell you what. I'll pick up that and I'll give you 1.5 for the tribute factor. You sticking that one?
I'm sticking to that.
All right. There was Bloodshot.
Yeah.
Bloodshot. That was pretty good. I wonder what the totals of these are. We'll have to put it right there.
Hey,
There it is. That's everyone's average. We don't have it on the last one. We'll just put it in there somewhere. We're figuring this out.
The
Letting
next
you
movie.
grow with us.
The next movie we're going to be watching is it's another installment of this American Guinea Pig series. And sorry, but there is a pup that's trying to make its
Oh
way
my
into
god, it's
the
terrifying.
T-Rex.
Oh, Willie Ann's.
But no, there's
There's
another movie out of the installment. It's called Sacrifice. We will be actually getting ready to watch that here now, and we'll probably be doing a review on it next week Monday. And then outside of that, we've got Song of Solomon to do, which she and I have already seen Song of Solomon. We're not going to say anything about it now. Just wait and see what I say about it. That'll be a fun review, actually.
All right. Well, you want to sign us off? Tell them all the stuff. Say goodbye, Sam.
Well, that's all that we have for tonight. See you guys next week, and thanks for tuning in for 2 Red Band 4 reviews with Brett, Jonathan, and myself.
Yes.
See you next week.
Remember to smash that subscribe, like, and share button. Woo! All right. And what is the official goodbye phrase?
Mazel tov.
All right.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.